Good morning and welcome back to the Trailer Park. I am Chanda-Masta and this is your midweek recap, even though today is acting like a Monday, I gotta tell you. Can you hear me? I had no mic like 2 minutes ago, so hopefully you can hear me. Let's get these chats in so I can see what's up. We got a lot to talk about. Of course, we had Super Tuesday yesterday, and we have the State of the Union address tomorrow, so lots to cover, lots of craziness in the world. Let's see, did we launch everywhere? Looking okay on YouTube for a while anyways. Yeah, did the Rumble go? Is the Rumble live? Come on, Rumble, what are you doing? I'm not sure if the Rumble's live. Hey, Go Start, if you're over there and hear me, hey, what's up? Whoever's watching over there. And the Kick. Did the Kick launch? Oh, the Kick. God, the Kick looks good. I wish everybody could watch on Kick because it looks so good. Super Tuesday. Yeah, I agree, Popeye. What's up, chat? We got Mastermind hanging out with Rat Angel. Kate, good morning, Kate. And Popeye. Hi, Shane. What's up? Oh, got to get my mouse over here. Cold Fusion Gaming's hanging out. Steve Guy, good to see you. And Popeye was first in over on the YouTube. Do me a favor, hit the like button and share it out because today's Wednesday. My numbers are always low on Wednesday. Who the heck is streaming? I don't know. Do you guys see AM Wake Up had Jason Burmis this morning? That was good. Oh, that's a little bright. Dang. Let's see if I can get my lighting fixed here. Nope, that didn't do it. What is going on here? Okay, I think that's good enough, right? Good enough. Oh my gosh. I've had so many tech issues this week. I am fighting some gnarly bugs on the backside of my Chrome. It's messing with my deck. It takes time out of me writing my shows and doing stuff that I need to do, like getting my studio set up. So bear with me. I'm sure we'll have technical difficulties. We always do, but I'm getting better at working my way through them. So we'll work our way through them. Good day, Vic. How's it going? Yo, Shanda. What's up, Rokfin? We got Lynn and Fred Edwards and Jim hanging out over there. Yeah, it's Wednesday. Nothing exciting. What can I tell you? I'm tired today. I overslept this morning. You guys know my fucking car just, I'll fix one thing on it and another thing will break down. And I'm just at a point now after putting so much money into it last year, and it probably needs another $4,000 put into it now. And then the battery died, and and it needs tabs. And I'm just like, you know what, screw it, I'll walk. And so I've been doing a lot of walking lately. I am a very tired girl. I had to do a lot of walking to pay my bills yesterday, and today's doctor's appointment. So more walking. But hey, I'm getting in shape, right? That's always the downside of being poor. We hear you, Shanda. Thank you. I'm glad that my sound's actually working. My internet was dragging a little, but we'll see if we can pull this show off. I seem to look okay at this point. So, okay, let's get started. Here is my card because, you know, I am queen of the white trash, and I'm proud of it. So there you are. We'll do the state of the trailer park this week. Yeah, we'll do the state of the trailer park. Well, we have our Patreon hangout tomorrow night. So, or yeah, tomorrow night. God, this week's just flying by. So tomorrow night, I figure, you know, we were scheduled to do a Patreon hangout with y'all Patreons, our amazing Patreons on Thursday night, Beauty and the Boomer. And then I found out State of Union was that night. So I was like, well, cool. I don't even have to come up with anything to talk about. We can just talk about the talking heads and pundits. By the time we go live, the Republican rebuttal, you know, because whoever's not in control, their side always picks somebody to fight back. So hopefully we'll be able to cover that for the Patreon hangout. Patreon hangout is 7 Pacific Standard. So wherever you're at, and I will send out links to all of the Patreons like the hour before, right, leading up to it. So, and then you just follow the link. You don't have to be on camera if you don't want to. I know a lot of y'all are like, I don't do the camera thing. That's cool. You want to just log in with your audio and listen and participate in the chat, or you know, just chat. Or if, hey, you want to come in the room with us, please, please, please. Yes, Jilly, you will get a link. I promise. I will send links out to everybody. I'm going to have to send them out via email. So look for it in your emails. What just happened? I just lost my Rokfin. Go home. Go home. This is the day we're going to have today. And Wake Up was pretty good this morning. Love me some Jason Burmis, right? We're going to talk about pretty much, they cover a lot of the same stuff I cover, but I like watching them first because then sometimes I pick up things I didn't even know. Okay, we are on YouTube this morning, so fair use for what it's worth. These are merely my comments and my opinions and my criticisms. If you are interested in anything that I merely scratch the surface on, please go do your own research. And then, they'll call you conspiracy theorists because that's the favorite thing of theirs. We're going to talk about that. If you want to help me out, guess what? I got new little links for you guys. Let's see. We got Venmo, which is at Trailer Park Pundit. We've got Cash App, which is a money sign Trailer Park Pundit. And Oz made me a new QR for my Buy Me a Coffee. So you can just hold your camera up to the TV and screenshot that, and it'll take you to my Buy Me a Coffee. Very cool of you, Oz. Thank you so much. Let me clear my throat. I got a frog in there somehow. Yeah. It's that day I'm having. Yeah, help me, I'm poor. For sure. And of course, there's my PayPal. If you want to help me out PayPal ways. All of those are always in the links below. So you guys know. You guys always help me out. Hey, did you guys wake up to the Facebook thing yesterday? I slept through it. Thank God. So it turns out that Facebook kicked everybody out and then made you log back in. And then when you logged back in, it said that you couldn't access your account. So everybody was freaking out like, oh my God, Facebook kicked me out. So how it feels when you wake up thinking your Facebook was hacked. And if you don't start behaving, I'll turn it off again. My first take on this, and like I said, I didn't experience any of this. I missed the Facebook thing. I slept through it apparently, because by the time I got up, and I don't really do Facebook too much anymore. I'll log in, see what my family and friends are saying, but I don't bother to share a lot of shit on Facebook because nobody sees it and nobody has seen it in years, since 2016, right? That's when they started. That's when Zuck really started putting the screws to us, was 2016. So my first thought though was, oh, he's rolling out new authoritarian controls. Because normally when we see these big social media platforms go down hard like that, it means that they've got a new algorithm, they've got new things that they're installing into the system, and a lot of times they have to take system down to get system back up. So I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing like anybody who calls somebody a Zionist over on Facebook just like permanently banned. I mean, that's what's coming. We know it's coming. They're coming for free speech. They've been coming for free speech, and we're going to talk about it. I got some examples on the deck, and I think you guys are going to be shocked. We think we have free speech in the West, especially in the United States. Nay. And then when you really look at what's going on in the UK, holy shit, y'all don't got no free speech. I mean, we know that, but it's bad. It is seriously bad. So sorry if Facebook got you, but it's Facebook. Don't expect it to be there. Don't depend on these platforms. Don't keep anything on these platforms that you would miss or need if the internet was down. That includes contact to your friends. If you have a really good, and I get it, I have a ton of internet friends, some that I've never even met, that have been my road dogs for fucking years now. And if the internet went down, I would have no way to contact them. Get hardline numbers for these people, get addresses, get phone numbers, have a way to contact each other when the controlled psyop goes down on us. Because, it's going to go down on us. Keep hard copies. Like you guys know, I've kept a hard copy of every video that I've ever brought you for the last 2 years backed up on my system. So even if the internet went down, even if they took our shows down, we still have the hard copies of these, which I think is important. I do. How do you tell the truth if they just freaking erase it? Let's see. Let's move on. Let's talk about Gaza this morning. Guess what? Full outage of internet and telecommunications in Gaza. Now, this happened yesterday, midday. So you know what that means? It means Israel's doing some fucked up shit that they don't want the internet and the interwebs to see. That's what that tells me anyways. I don't know if it's back up. I haven't seen a lot of footage that has came out of Gaza in the last 12 hours. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Well, I'll keep an eye on it, but I think it's just they're tired of the images. They're tired of Hamas is doing a very, very great PR job, I gotta say. I mean, the fact that they There is full internet outage for real. Oh yeah, for real. There has been it wasn't full internet outage. It was parts of Rafah from what I understand. So that led to a lot of speculation on what the fuck they were doing in Rafah. Like, okay, why'd they knock out their internet? So yeah, but I think that Hamas has done a very effective job of getting information out, and Israel just can't even combat it, right? Which makes you wonder, why didn't they knock the internet out a long time ago? Zionists have cotton candy as they block humanitarian aid into Gaza 2024. Yeah, that's right. They've been throwing big old raves right there at the Rafah gate. They won't let any aid in. That's where all the trucks are backed up. But hey, come on down. We're going to make some cotton candy. We'll roast up some dogs and we'll have ourselves a good old time starving 2.2 million people. Yeah, okay. And Sputnik said that Assange still has a chance. Hey, Rat Angel, that's great. We're going to talk about Assange and, of course, Daniel Hale as we get through the show. But Sputnik, let's see. Starbucks partners to cut thousands of jobs over Gaza-linked boycotts. Bullshit. Are you guys buying that? Are you buying that? Poor Starbucks. They got protested so hard that now they got to fire everybody that they only pay minimum wage for and get corporate welfare for. Bullshit. They were already losing fucking money and they are using the BDS protest as an excuse to lay off their workers. Am I shocked? No. We need to stop drinking at Starbucks as a whole entire, community world. Like, I just can't even do it. I had to go into a Starbucks a couple of weeks ago, and I was just turned off. Like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to give these people money. Like, it wasn't my idea, but still, it's just sick and wrong. And of course, Sky News, Sky News says a lot of shit that's true. But Sky News is Sky News, and we know that they have a slant and a bias, right, that comes from the right. So look at these protesters, what they're doing to small businesses like Starbucks. That's what I see when I see Sky News. Like, come on, guys. Come on. Yeah. So keep protesting anyways, for sure. Richie Medhurst, U.S. airdrops to Gaza on Monday. Oh, look, it's all candy and rainbows. But Tuesday through Sunday, it is Patriot missiles and bombs. That's America for you. Now, let's talk about this aid that they, God, my system is just slow today. This aid that they've been sending in, right, airdropping in. They dropped the equivalents of a truck and a half. So for all those 1,000 trucks that are sitting on the border, the United States, after being beat down so hard. I mean, every time any politician goes into public, you see them getting screamed down. I know the video is super choppy. Here, let me do an update, see if I can get it to update. Stay there for 2 seconds. It'll take a minute to catch up, but I'm going to too, right before I went live. This is stupid. I had good internet, but I could see it was being choppy before I went live. Okay. I don't think we're back. Back? Back. God damn it. Come on. It's reconnecting. Oh, come on. Okay, we're going to try one more time. It looks like it brings me back, but it won't bring the freaking slide deck back. What is going on here? We did it. Whew. You guys still with me? Did you hang in there? I'm shutting you down. It's Bob Ferguson. Fucking Bob. I'm going to send him a message, Amber. I'm friends with Bob, right? I've been friends with Bob for years because he's from my district. And I have had to, kiss his boot for the Democrats when I was an elected Dem and go to all of his fundraisers. I'm going to let Bob know I'm not happy about this. Okay, hopefully we're back and we're good. I'm still not clear. What the hell? I look great on my screen, but when I look at the screens going out, it doesn't look great. Anyways, vaping warehouse blew up. What? No. That's a terrible thing. What vaping warehouse? Where? I need more information, P stuff. That's crazy. Okay, so here's a clip. Let's see if we can get clips to play. Of course, this is Hotspot. Love me some Hotspot.
The Biden administration, desperate for positive PR, airdropped aid into Gaza in a very uncoordinated way. And check this out, the amount of aid dropped is truly pathetic. The Biden administration dropped less than 2 aid trucks worth of aid into Gaza. Like, bro, do you want a fucking cookie? Does the Biden administration really think this is going to erase how complicit they have been during this genocide? Does the Biden administration think that this erased the fact that they have been the lone veto vote at the UN protecting and shielding Israel during their genocide? The Biden administration has been there the entire way, providing propaganda and shielding for Israel. Remember when Biden said that he saw 40 beheaded babies?
I never really thought that I would see and have confirmed pictures of terrorists beheading children.
In reality, only one infant died on October 7th, and even the Israeli army came out and debunked the story. Remember how the Biden administration said they are positive that Al-Shifa Hospital was Hamas headquarters? And then we had The Guardian, Washington Post, and even mainstream outlets that exposed that that was a lie. Remember how the Biden administration repeated Israeli lies about UNRWA and then proceeded to cut aid to the lifeline of many Palestinians? Does the Biden administration really think that this pathetic aid drop erases this?
They do.
The reason why Biden is desperate for this positive PR is because the uncommitted vote is planning to go nationwide and continue to embarrass the president. Don't be fooled by these Democrats who virtue signal toward the Palestinians.
Sandy.
They have been complicit and enabled Israel every step of the way.
That was fire. That truly was fire. Nick is funny. I agree. Nick is hilarious. Y'all are saying it in the chat. Yeah. You want a fucking cookie? I mean, and we know that this is just PR pandering. If they really, really wanted to feed the Palestinians, they would tell Israel to open the fucking gate and let those 1,000 trucks that are sitting there in, but they don't. Biden just wants to make sure that you guys do vote uncommitted. And I'm going to talk to you guys about that. We're going to get there. We're going to talk about the uncommitted vote because y'all know I did not vote uncommitted because those are still committed delegates to the Democratic fucking party. And I will never vote for a Democrat ever again, including their fucking delegates. So we're going to talk about that. But yeah, this is just PR pandering. They don't care about feeding them. I mean, what is there? Over 1 million people right now, and they dropped 3,800 meal rations, the MREs. Come on. And then most of them landed in the goddamn sea and they can't even get to them. And if they do try to get to them, they'll get shot. Like, and the people who are just like the AOCs of the fucking world, and we're going to talk about AOC, she's on the deck, of course, but the people like AOC that talk about, they're just pandering. They're just fucking pandering. They're talking out both sides of their face like they always fucking do. And why is that? Because we have a Zog government, a Zionist occupied government, 100 fucking percent Zog. I want to talk about a sick Zionist. Here you are, Michael Rappaport. Of course, he was in Israel last week, right? This guy says the stupidest shit I have ever heard. And I don't know why anybody thinks he's funny. I've never thought he was funny. I think that he's a narcissist who likes attention and he'll just say whatever to get attention. But did you know that Michael Rappaport's cold sore has his own Twitter? That's fucking hilarious. Let's hear what this idiot had to say.
You know, it sounds exotic. Zionism. It sounds like something complex and, dare I say, sexual. It's simply that Israel has the right to exist. There's more, but that's the basics.
You know, a lot of people think that Nazism means some genocidal, mass-murdering, psychopathic death cult built on racial superiority and vying for world domination. That's not because of the policies. It's not because of the concentration camps. It's not because of the Holocaust. It's not because of the World War. None of that. It's because the word Nazi sounds very exotic, and I give you that, okay? It's got a Z in it, and it's, dare I say, it sounds sexual. Well, all that it boils down to is just that Nazism means that Germany has the right to defend itself. There's more to it than that, but I'm not going to go into it. But that's the basics of it.
As far as genocide, listen, you could say genocide. I could say that I could dunk a basketball.
So when you say Holocaust, I could say hologram. I could say hollaback. Doesn't make it true, okay?
Okay. He's an idiot. And that was funny. That guy was funny. Yeah, love it. He's funny. I love the whole Michael Rappaport's cold sore. I'm directly under the mouth that spews mediocre shit, talking all over more successful people. And look at how many followers. He's got 31 followers. Damn, that's better than some of us in independent media. Just funny. That is funny. Did we start on Rumble? How come I don't see us on Rumble? What is going on here? It says I'm live, but I don't see me live. I hope you guys can see me live. I told you we're gonna have a rough Wednesday. I knew that. I could tell by the way everything's been glitching on me lately. I had an update for my graphics card yesterday that just came in. It tanked me so hard. Like this damn technology. I don't know how we keep up with it. Abby Martin was on Moats on Sunday. Did you see it? I told you guys it was a great interview on Monday. I'm live. Okay, cool. And I finally got clipped. And it's funny because Oz showed up in the back channel and he's like, oh, you have to bring this. This is so great. And I was like, yeah, I watched it when it was live and I saved it. So I brought you guys 2 minutes of it. Abby Martin, I love her hair in this clip, but she's getting fired up as well as we all should be.
And you name check the New York Times, but the New York Times is not alone, is it? The New York Times, all of these television stations, MSNBC and Rachel Maddow and all of these people. Again, I ask, although I appreciate it's difficult to come up with an answer, what moves them? What allows them to sleep at night, knowing as they must because they're seeing the same videos as you and me? It just seems to have a different impact on them than it does on us.
You know, I always say, George, that corporate media, you know, as we know, is subsidized by the very institutions that journalists should be exposing, right? Yep. Banks, oil companies, defense contractors. When you are a journalist getting into corporate media, you are a willing agent of empire. You have to believe in the reigning orthodoxy of global capitalism and of U.S. imperialism. Otherwise, you will not sustain jobs in these institutions. And so I think people like Rachel Maddow, Andrea Mitchell, I mean, Anderson Cooper, we know that he donned a CIA jacket. He tried to get into the CIA just like Tucker Carlson once did. I mean, look, I think it's really simple. I mean, you have to be a true believer in the system. And you have to wash away all of the crimes and atrocities that are being committed in our names. And you have to apologize for them. And I think that we see revolts happening within the institutions, people writing, you know, sternly worded letters, whether it be in the halls of Congress, these staffers, or within the halls of the New York Times saying, this is too much for us. Look, leave your posts. Yeah. Okay. Because at this point, you're an accomplice. Yep. Because institutions like the New York Times, the Washington Post, all of these Beltway media publications and so-called papers of record, they are accomplices to genocide. Those who are running the editorial line in these publications should be brought up to The Hague, right? For complicity, for engineering and manufacturing consent among the American public. Because if these headlines were written differently, if the stories weren't buried, the leads weren't buried at paragraph 8, you know, I mean, I think that the public opinion would have been changed decades ago, George. We know how this works. And when you have an institution like the New York Times, I mean, I have to keep going back to that because that's what so many liberals take as the Bible in this country. But look at Judith Miller, you know, coming out saying, oh, yeah, we screwed up in the wake of the Iraq War. And look at them today. They've learned nothing. We have to reject these institutions wholly, right?
We do.
And once and for all. And I think that's what we're seeing. I mean, generationally, there's such a huge rejection of that corporate line.
Yeah, that was a great interview. Go watch the whole interview. Of course, that was over on Moats on Sunday. She was there to congratulate George Galloway on his win. And yeah, real revolutionary and bullshit artist. We know who the bullshit artist is, right? The one that we gave millions and millions of dollars to just so he could fuck us over and toe the party line. Yeah, that was Bernie fucking Sanders. Yeah, you know, New York Times isn't the only one. There's a story right now breaking where The Intercept is trying to steal credit from the fucking Gray Zone for their reporting on October 7th. How the Gray Zone was the first one to break the story that a lot of what we were being told about October 7th was complete bullshit. None of us yet to this date have ever seen that fucking video that Biden swears he saw where 40 babies were killed, you know, over and over and over. Max Blumenthal and Aaron Mate have exposed these fucking publications over and over, and then to have the Democracy Now! And Amy freaking Democracy Later, right? And Amy Goodman telling everybody, I'm gonna start calling her Amy Bad Girl. Anyways, oh yeah, it was The Intercept that broke that shit. No, The Intercept, like Jimmy said, The Intercept intercepts other people's stories and fucking tries to play them off as themselves. That is perfect. I love that. Let's see. I'm not sure what this is, but I'm sure I agree with it since it's on my deck.
One of the most disturbing and surreal aspects of this ongoing genocide is not only that we're able to witness it happen in real time, but that so much of the evidence of the atrocities that are being committed are being posted online by the perpetrators. When I see the countless videos of Israeli soldiers dancing on ruins, claiming they're going to build houses where Palestinians were massacred, or sharing their excitement at leveling the homes of 2 million people, I can't help but think to myself, did you mean to say that? Did you mean to say the quiet part out loud? Usually, one of the hardest things to prove in cases of genocide is intent. But with Israel, it seems like they were never taught that this murderous language should be hidden. It seems like they were taught that there is nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, they did.
The evidence of bigotry is only hidden when there isn't mass acceptance of the bigotry. And in this case, it clearly doesn't need to be hidden. And that, to me, is the most nauseating. If you want to read what's being said by Israeli military, Israeli officials, and Israeli media, check out the link to South Africa's application to the International Court of Justice, which is 84 pages long, where they charge Israel with genocide, and they have compiled all of the evidence. It's definitely worth reading, and you can find the link to it in my bio.
Yeah, I think that was a very pertinent point. Their bigotry is so on fucking display. They don't even know to be ashamed of it. They don't even know that they should be hiding what they're doing and what they're saying. I mean, that's just how prevalent it is in their fucking community. The hate that the Israelis have had for the Palestinians, decades it's been seated in them, right? I saw a video, and I don't know if it was a spoof video. That's why I didn't bring it, because I couldn't confirm where it came from. And it was of an older Israeli woman, I want to say here in the United States, beating on her tenant's door and telling him that they have to leave because she has company coming in from Israel. And he's like, no, I have a 2-year fucking lease agreement with you. I don't have to leave. She's like, you're gonna leave. Like this is the mentality of like, well, I want that house back right now, so you're leaving. And yeah, they don't even hide their fucking disgusting hate anymore. 3 generations of asshats. Yeah, it's been a little bit more than that, I think. Right, exactly. But the fact that they think that it's okay to throw fucking parties at the goddamn border where 2 million people are fucking starving right there just shows you their hate, their unequivocal hate and bigotry. And then Biden, well, you don't have to be a Jew to be a Zionist. No, anybody can be hateful, right? Go to the right church. You can be hateful too. Let's talk Ukraine. Ukraine, I guess CNN has finally been told that it's time to start telling the truth, that we're losing in Ukraine. So that way we can start preparing the American people for the loss that we're going to take, right? I was too young during Vietnam, or not even born yet, when this stage came, right? But this stage always comes for these imperialistic bullshit wars that we go into. We did it with Afghanistan, right? We need to be there. We need to be there. We need to be there. We have to have money. We have to have money. We have to have money. And then when they know they can no longer support the bullshit propaganda lie that they're telling, they go, okay, well, it's time to prepare the public for the fact that we're going to lose this one. And that's exactly what CNN has been doing for the last 2 days. So check it out.
It's a lonely path ahead. The Russians have never been louder or closer. Occupied Bakhmut is just up the road. But now, some Ukrainian tank guns are silent just when they're needed most. Here, they don't have enough shells.
Sometimes they just won't fire at all for a whole day. Other days they'll be shooting constantly.
Shame on you.
And I tell you, it is loud on the other side of that hill, and it's sort of surreal to hear that sort of noise over there and see this tank unit having to ration their ammo.
It's your fault, America.
We learned they didn't fire at all that day, or the day before, or the next day.
After.
The silence here is what losing sounds like. So
what? They're
what these
losing?
soldiers had to say.
If
If America doesn't give you money, what will happen? I think we're all gonna die. Fuck. It's not funny,
Is this the worst you've
but
seen it?
this is what we live under.
Yeah, definitely. I think this year is going to be the worst year in the war.
A U.S.
I do know
volunteer
that
fighter.
there's
Okay.
certain units that they're running out of tanks.
How angry does it make
Because they're
you?
getting blown
Yeah,
up.
I'm pissed. I'm absolutely pissed off. There's no point in trying to
Obviously.
paint this in any sort of light where it's good for us that Russia takes Ukraine. That's going to be very, very, very bad for us geopolitically.
It's here, Chasiv Yar, that already looks like defeat.
Okay, so you get the gist of it. I'm not going to play all 5 minutes of that CNN propaganda, right? There is 2 reasons that they are doing this. They are doing this, for one, to guilt trip you, because you should support unequivocal money to Ukraine. We are in this war. We got to defeat Putin. And why would you not give them money? That's the first narrative. The second narrative is it's a soft disclosure that, hey, the Ukrainians are getting their asses fucking kicked like we have been telling you for over a year now, right? And anybody in the know has been telling you. Colonel McGregor's been telling you. Scott Ritter's been telling you. Garland Nixon's been telling you. People that actually fucking know what's going on in Ukraine, Fiorella Isabel, been telling you what's going on. Now CNN, a little late, they decided to tell you the truth. That was straight up propaganda, 100%. Are we shocked? No. Not at all. This one doesn't shock me either. Now, we have a history of doing this during war, and that is, well, we won't send actual military vehicles and tanks. We will just send blow up ones. So this is True Stream Media tweeted this out. So is this what billions upon billions of dollars are buying? The war equivalent of kids' inflatable backyard birthday parties? Yes, a bouncy castle for everyone.
Field. They're made by Inflatech, a company in the Czech Republic. The company says it has more than 30 different types of decoys, ranging from tanks to armored vehicles, aircraft, and howitzers. The company even makes a model that looks like the US-made HIMARS rocket systems.
Now, we did this during World War II at a couple of different places. This is not anything new. Our military's been doing decoys forever. But can you imagine the fact that we're giving them billions upon billions upon billions, and they're just using inflatable fucking tanks? Well, no wonder the tanks aren't firing and haven't fired yesterday or tomorrow, because they're inflatable. And how crazy is that they're made right there in the Ukraine? Kind of strange. What do you guys think about that story? Fucking bouncy munitions. Yeah, Mastermind, I'm sorry YouTube keeps shadow banning you. I've been shadow banned over there forever. Yeah, forever too. Natalie's here. Good day, Natalie. Jilly, one of you guys said something really funny, and now I'm trying to find it. I can't remember what it is. Yeah, Jabby Martin's hair looked really good, right? I understand where her mentality came from that, though, and so I don't condemn her for it. I understand it because she had a baby at the height of COVID, her first baby, which you're always neurotic as fuck about your first kid, right? You drive home, you do 30 miles an hour, like you don't want anybody to hold the kid that might have been sick in the last year. Like you're very you're very cautious when you have a new baby, and I understand that. And I think that was a lot of Abby, but it sucked, right? To be like, come on, Abby, you of all people know that the government lies and spreads narratives, so why are you buying into it? It was fear. So I forgive her, and I hope that someday she looks back on it and realizes, she was bad. She was wrong. Jimmy has. We were heartbroken when we lost Jimmy to the jab, right? Jimmy came back. Sadly, Jimmy came back injured, but Jimmy came back. Hotspot. Okay, let's talk AOC. Sandy got chased out of a movie theater in Brooklyn for being unable to use the word genocide. I know you guys have seen it, but let's watch it again just because it's so fun to watch.
You refuse to call it a genocide.
I need you to understand that this is not okay.
It's not okay that there's a genocide happening. You're not actively against it.
You're lying.
I'm lying?
You're not.
You went on TV and avoided talking about it.
For what? It's not acting. It's a genocide or what? You're acting in political ways. You can't call it a genocide. They're having We're not lying.
We're not lying.
You look at it in interviews. It's insane. You haven't been calling it a genocide. Don't tell me I'm lying. Then just say it's a genocide. Just say it. Over 30,000 people are dead, AOC. You can't just say it for once. Just say a word. That's it. That's all we want you to say. Or you're not angry about people confronting you public, but you can't call it genocide. Over 30,000 people are dying.
Stop. Okay? Stop.
We're not doing anything. We're just talking to intellectual publication. That's all we're doing. That's it.
How dare you?
Cut it, and you're going to cut this, and you're going to clip this so that it's completely out of context. I already said that it was, and y'all are just going to pretend that it wasn't over and over again. It's fucked up, man. And you're not helping
language.
And you're not helping them.
You refuse to.
You're not helping them.
I gotta say, her boyfriend, whatever the hell she calls him, doesn't seem very protecting. I can tell you, if I was out on the street and somebody came at me, Cold Fusion would have been in between us. Like maybe because he was going to protect them from me, but still he would be in the middle of that. That AOC's boyfriend, whatever he is like 5 steps behind her. Like, not my problem. She can handle her own. And I love how she screams, "It's fucked up." AOC language, not very becoming. Use our words to express ourselves, not just foul language, right? Oh, that's such a trailer park move. Anyways, remember when AOC tweeted out, let's see, when was this? When did she tweet this out? 10/16. Oh, hold on. We'll switch it back over so I can move it. I want to see what the date was on this tweet. The date on this tweet is 12/2/20. Okay, so this is what she said on 12/2/20. So remember, Trump was president at that point, right? Yeah. Biden hadn't been sworn in, or was Biden sworn in yet? The whole point of protesting is to make people uncomfortable. Activists take that discomfort with the status quo and advocate for concrete policy changes. Popular support often starts small and grows. To folks who complain, protesting demands makes others uncomfortable, and that's the point. Yeah, she don't like it when the tables are turned on her, not one damn bit. And she still wouldn't say it. She goes, I said that thing. Said what? So, that it's a genocide? You couldn't even say that. Oh, no, I'm not saying it's genocide. They're all posers. They all talk out both sides of their face. We know this. I mean, if we didn't learn anything from Bernie Sanders, then, there was no point. There was no point of that whole entire thing. So, let's see. I don't think this was what was supposed to be here. I don't know what's going on with my deck. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. So here's AOC. Yeah, I just added this morning. Okay, so here is AOC when she's playing both sides and fails spectacularly. This is an older clip from, I want to say, about a couple months ago. Check it out.
What is your position on Israel? Well, I believe absolutely in Israel's right to exist. I also think that what people are starting to see, at least in the occupation of Palestine, is...
You use the term the occupation of Palestine. What did you mean by that?
I don't know.
I think what I meant is like the settlements that are increasing in some of these areas and places where Palestinians are experiencing difficulty in access to their housing and homes.
Do you think you can expand on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd also I am not the expert on geopolitics on this issue, you know?
I'm not an expert on geopolitics. I like to talk about geopolitics, but I don't know shit about it. Yeah, she's like, she was thinking there. When she took that little pause, she was like, okay, if I say the Israelis are stealing the houses from the Palestinians, I probably won't get reelected or get any more of that AIPAC money. So I better say, well, it's kind of like they don't have access to houses. Yeah, that's what happens when you kick them out of their fucking houses and move in some dude from Brooklyn. They don't have any access to houses. That's what happens, AOC. Yeah, she's disgusting. She is so gross. But remember, the Democrats, when Trump was in office, they wanted you to accost every politician you ever ran into. Remember this famous Maxine Waters?
Protect the children. We can't protect anybody. If you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome.
Yeah. What's good for the goose is never good for the gander. So yeah, get into politicians' face as long as they're Republicans and leave these poor Democrats that talk out both sides of their face alone. It's so terrible. Let's talk about censorship. Censorship's everywhere and you don't even know it's happening to you in real time. You know, I always say this. When I called home from Philadelphia at the DNC convention in 2016, I just said, we have no free speech. We think we have free speech, but go ahead and try to access it and you will get your ass arrested. You'll get your hands put into a plastic zip tie and you'll get sat on a bus in 100-degree weather for 12 hours. That is your freedom of speech in America. Well, it's getting worse and we've known that, right? So British man sentenced to 2 years in jail over an anti-immigration sticker. We will be a minority in our homeland by 2066 was the bumper sticker. No, go to fucking jail right now. Do not pass go. You're not allowed to have that opinion. And most people, they want to cite Russia, right? Russia, you're not allowed to speak the truth in Russia. No, maybe the UK, but not Russia. Check it out.
In Russia last year, 400 people were arrested for things that they said on social media. 400 people in Russia. Obviously, this country is very different. How many people do you think were arrested in Britain for things they said on social media last year?
Go on.
Take a guess.
I have no idea.
3,300.
Really? Arrested for what they'd said on social media? Yeah. What sort of things get you arrested?
Well, one example I give in my show is there was a young woman from Liverpool called Chelsea Russell, and people can look this up. Her friend was killed in a car crash, a 19-year-old woman, and she posted the lyrics of his favorite song on her Instagram. And there was a rap song, so the lyrics contained several instances of the N-word. She was arrested, prosecuted, found guilty, given 500 hours of community service and a fine, tagged, and for a year she was under 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. curfew.
Jesus.
My goodness.
My goodness.
In Britain.
In Britain.
In 2018.
Oh, my goodness. My goodness. What? We have, so yeah, 3,300 arrested in Britain, while 400 were arrested in Russia. You tell me who's got the free speech problem. The UK has the free speech problem, definitely. And we do here, you know, that doesn't even cover what's going on in America. And lots of people are getting arrested for what they're posting on social media. We've seen the FBI swat many of people in the last few years, right? Kick in their door, they yell. And then let's talk about the J6ers. So not only now they are arresting January 6ers who never even went in the fucking building because, they didn't get enough of the ones that went in the building and they didn't give them enough time. So let's start arresting people that were just outside fucking reporting on it, which makes me scared for our peeps, man, because we had a lot of peeps on the ground for that, right? Just insane. Good news. Satan resigned yesterday. Do you see this? Victoria Nuland, replaced as Deputy Secretary of State, is John Bass, a former ambassador to Afghanistan. Oh, because they did such a good job. Who oversaw the U.S. withdrawal from the country. Yeah, that went so smooth. I'm glad they picked a guy who knows what he's doing. Like Nuland, he's a former aide to Dick Cheney. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we know who chose this one. Was it Kellogg, Brown, and Root? I think it was. Really inspires confidence, doesn't it? Look into her eyes. Do you see Satan? I do see Satan for sure. Oh, he's no better. So at 50, everyone has the face he or she deserves. Orwell. I didn't know Orwell said that, but holy crap. Holy crap. Look at what evil did to her, man. Sucked her soul right out. And of course, I had to throw that Nikki Haley picture in there because, God, she's looking rough. Yeah, we're going to talk about Icky Nikki, but she definitely has the face that she or he deserves, right? Oh my gosh, so crazy. I don't know. What do you think? Do I have the face I deserve at 50? I think I do. It's kind. I have a kind face. Unless you don't like me. Not the only one that has decided to say bye-bye. Our favorite, friend to the poors, Kristen Sinema, has decided it's time to go full on into the private sector. She's tired of having one foot in both camps. So Kristen Sinema is leaving the Senate in November and will not seek re-election. Oh, boo-hoo. And remember this? Yeah, that was a vote against us, the poors. Thumbs down for the poors. Yeah, she's got her her hooker boots on for that one. That's one of our favorite. We had many refaces of that one, Oz and I, back in the day. So I'll tell you what, I hadn't seen that post for 5 fucking minutes. The Kristen Sinema is not running re-election, and guess what? The Democratic candidate who is supported by the Democratic Party, his ads were already in my news feed. I don't follow any of these people. So his name is Ruben Gallego. Anyways, Kristen Sinema is not running for re-election. It is Ruben and versus Carrie Lake. So this is an important race, and they probably told Sinema, "You ain't got it. You will get killed by Carrie Lake." So you're not running again. The Democrats are going to find somebody that can actually defeat her or make it look like they defeated her, anyways. So this will help us defeat MAGA in Arizona. Please rush us a donation here as soon as possible. Yeah. The Dems, they got to take that seat. I don't see Carrie Lake losing at all. Do you guys see Carrie Lake losing? I don't see Carrie Lake losing. But the Dems are going to put a shit ton of money into this guy. And who's ever seen this guy or heard of this guy? I could have brought you the video, but what a waste of all of our fucking time for something that supports the Democratic Party. I ain't wasting my time, and I ain't wasting your time like that today. So bye-bye, Kristen Sinema. But come on, she'll pop up somewhere. She's already a fucking lobbyist, has been since she got there. So it won't matter. In the end, it won't matter. She just won't be doing her big theatrics. It'll be kind of sad not having Kristen Sinema there, for big events like the State of the Union, because she always wears the most outlandish. Didn't she show up looking like a rotten banana last year? She had this like huge puffy sleeved yellow thing on. Yeah. Oh, damn. What are we going to do? Carrie Lake is fishy. Uncle Warren, Carrie Lake is so heard she's into motorboarding. I was like, what? She's torturing people. No, that's waterboarding. Yeah, Carrie Lake. She makes me laugh, right? I mean, especially when she takes the press on. I find that funny, but I think she's like the female Trump in most of our minds. I think she's the female Trump. I thought Kristen was the clumsy for porno. Yeah, she probably has an OnlyFans. If anything, she could start an OnlyFans, and it, she'd be just fine. Okay, so major blow to democracy. The Supreme Court rules that voters can vote for their favorite candidate. Now, this was the highlight of the week. I got to tell you, the best threads all week were the Democrats losing their collective shit because Trump was allowed to be back on the ballot. What? No, it was Republican Supreme Court. Of course, they would let Trump back on the ballot. There's all Republicans on the Supreme Court. So, yeah, fuck Elon Musk. Trump. Yeah, Trump has the right to be on any ballot. Imagine that. Like, I don't know. It's crazy. So Keith Olbermann goes out there losing his fucking shit over this stuff. And he says, now this is the best thread on the internet this week. If you need a good laugh, go over to Keith Olbermann's feed. And I mean, he gets trolled. I don't even know why he bothers tweeting anything out, because there is no tweets of encouragement from his shitlib liberal friends, right? No, it's all people trolling him. But he says the Supreme Court has betrayed democracy. Its members, including Jackson, Keegan, and Sotomayor, have proven themselves inept at reading comprehensions. And collective, the court has shown itself to be corrupt and illegitimate. It must be dissolved. So Keith Olbermann wants the Supreme Court dissolved. And he says, those aren't tears, fascists. That's urine, and I'm sure you enjoy being bathed in it. So basically, Keith Olbermann admitted that he cries piss and that he likes golden showers. The memes have been off the hook for this. It's so funny. Yeah, he cries urine. And of course, he got community noted on some of this stuff. Just fucking funny. So the meme factory has been off the hook. So I brought you a couple slides of Keith Olbermann memes because they're too funny. Pee stored in your bladder? Nah. Pee stored in your balls? No. Pee stored in your eyes? Yes. So Keith Olbermann also tweeted out, by the way, fathead, if this court now grants Trump this hallucination of presidential immunity, it applies to Biden too. And he could arrest the justices and cancel the election, and you couldn't do shit about it. And he got community checked. And yeah, that's not true, right? So from now on, I'll be known as Piss Face. Yes, you will be known as Piss Face from now on. We have our new Jeffrey Toobin, and it is Keith Olbermann, and he is Piss Face. So stupid. Here's a couple more. These are some of the best memes, man. I'm sorry, sir, but just one more thing. If MAGA are the fascists, why are you guys the one controlling the media, censoring, going after guns, and using the DOJ and the FBI to go after your opposition? Oh, imagine that. Yeah, don't be pissing tears. Don't be pissing tears. And here's one more. So there is the pea gland, the mucus gland. That's where Obermann's tears go. I'm going to have to save all these memes because they're just too damn funny. And every time that idiot opens his mouth, I'm going to throw one of these memes up, right? What a dumb fucker. He's like that guy on, what was it, Dodgeball, or, where he's like, calls him a fuck face, and he's like, oh, he just called himself a pisshead. What a dumbass. We've always called Olbermann out for being, I mean, he is head of the shit lips, but he wasn't the only one. Rachel Maddow lost her shit. Oh my God, Trump's never going to leave office now. Never. It's like, wait, he's not even in office yet. And y'all told us Trump was never going to leave office the last time. So how the fuck did Biden get there? Yeah. Oh, he's going to be a dictator for life. These people, they love to fearmonger for sure. So according to the Associated Press, former President Donald Trump has won the 2024 Colorado Republican primary election in Super Tuesday. Oh, imagine that. He was kicked off the ballot, put back on the ballot the day before the election, and wins. And he even beat Nikki Haley. In Colorado. Isn't Colorado blue state? Pretty sure Colorado's a blue state, or it was. So fuck you, Central Intelligence Agency. Fuck you, Department of Justice. You're cool, National Park Service. And fuck you, I'm out to the FTA. That's pretty funny because, hey, I don't hate the National Park Service, actually. But here's the thing. When you understand these fucking assets and the way that they are selling off our national parks and advertising, What was it, Obama, who allowed advertising to come into the parks? Like, who needs a fucking billboard in the middle of Yosemite? What? Like, this is insane. Obama hurt our national parks a hell of a lot more than any president that we ever have had. And I can tell you that because I live in the Pacific Northwest. I live on the edge of the Olympic forest, the national rainforest. And we saw multiple sites get shut down. Just really beautiful places that have had campgrounds or picnic areas for 100 fucking years. Well, Obama decided, nay, we are not going to fund these places any longer. And they are shut down. There's multiple places within 20 minutes, a half hour of my house that you can no longer go to. They've got gates up. They ripped out all the camping. And that happened all under Obama. All of it under Obama. So there you are. Okay, let's talk Nikki Icky. Nikki Icky's out, finally out, but not before she won a few, right? So breaking, Nikki Haley has won the Republican primary in Vermont. What? In Vermont? Breaking, Nikki Haley wins NATO. yeah, she wishes. Nikki Haley. Okay, so how the hell did Nikki, of course, she won in DC, right? Which we all know is lobbyists. It's DC. And then, of course, she won Vermont. How did she win Vermont? Well, Vermont's an open primary. One of those few states left that is doing an open primary, which means Democrats voted for her. And we've been saying this from day one. It's not the Republican donors that are keeping Nikki in the fucking race or that have kept her in the race till now. It was Democrat donors, right? 100% keeping her in the race, telling her to stay in there. We're going to get rid of Trump and you're going to be the nominee. That's how these work. So Vermont primary election process. Vermont is an open primary state. You can choose the party ballot you wish to vote. So I don't think you had to declare on the outside of the ballot like we did on the envelope that you're voting Democrat, because I think that would embarrass a lot of Republicans, but they didn't. They didn't fall for it. So Nikki's out. Let's hear from her.
In all likelihood, Donald Trump will be the Republican nominee when our party convention meets in July. I congratulate him and wish him well. I wish anyone well who would be America's president. Our country is too precious to let our differences divide us. I have always been a conservative Republican and always supported the Republican nominee. But on this question, as she did on so many others, Margaret Thatcher provided some good advice when she said, quote, "Never just follow the crowd. Always make up your own mind." It is now up to Donald Trump to earn the votes of those in our party and beyond it who did not support him. And I hope he does that. At its best, politics is about bringing people into your cause, not turning them away. And our conservative cause badly needs more people. This is now his time.
You're not a conservative.
I end my campaign with the same words I began it, from the book of Joshua. I direct them to all Americans, but especially to so many of the women and girls out there who put their faith in our campaign.
Oh, God.
Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for God will be with you wherever you go. In this campaign, I have seen our country's greatness. From the bottom of my heart, thank you, America. God bless you.
God. Goodbye. Goodbye. Let's hope she stays gone. We thought Marianne Williamson was gone, but no, she came back, right? They unsuspend their campaigns or whatever they call it. So I hope she's out for good. I mean, I don't count anything out in this election. This election is going to be like nothing we've ever seen. You know, we have these uncommitted delegates that everybody's fucking voting for now, thinking that they're doing something. And we're going to talk about that. You're not actually doing anything, but we know that Biden's going to drop out, and who knows? Who freaking knows what they have planned for Trump? I mean, think about it. God forbid if they did something to Trump, who would step up and be that nominee? Well, who actually has a few delegates? Nikki Haley. And so I don't count her out 100%. You never know. You never know. You guys getting your ballots filled out? Did you get them out? I dropped mine off yesterday. I actually dropped them off, flipped the camera off as I did it. No, I'm kidding. I should have, though. Jake voted for himself the day I voted for this guy as president. He got one vote. Oh, he voted for himself. He got one vote. Yeah. Trump wins 52.4%, Biden 45.7%, and Jake Uger one vote. Thank you for adding that. That's fucking hilarious. He got one vote. But let's hear why he was running for president and what he thinks his strategy is, because it involves the uncommitted delegates. And then we're going to talk about this uncommitted delegate thing, because I think it's a dupe. I think you're falling for some more Democratic bullshit if you're voting for the uncommitted delegates.
I'm Jake Uger, and I'm running for president. And I'm going to lose. On the other hand, it's actually, no joke, super important for you to vote for me. Now, let me explain to you why through a series of curious analogies. In a primary, your votes turn into something really valuable called a delegate. The delegates decide who wins. Did you know there's a really good chance that Joe Biden's going to drop out after the primaries? Interesting. At that point, these guys fight. JJ, unique, hit it. Go for it, Jake. The more you have of these, the more power you have within the Democratic Party. If Biden releases his delegates after he drops out, then we're going to pick a great candidate against
We're
going to
pick a great candidate. Whatever.
Is that when I win? No. Get real. Those are party insiders. They're in there right now going, which corporate guy should we pick? And then they're going to send a fire engine to screw up our ads. You know how they are.
There's no special they do
Party insiders, boo. Those delegates are really valuable. If we collect enough of them, they turn into an infinity stone. Yes, I switched analogies, but roll with it. And these guys really need those infinity stones to become the nominee. And if we have one of the infinity
And you want one of them?
They have to come and ask us for it. And do we just give it away? No. At that point, we'll have something that they really need. So we negotiate for something that we want. And what is that? How about ending the bombing in Gaza? How about higher minimum wage or paid family leave or lower drug prices? How come no one ever asked for those things? But if we have delegates, we ask for those things and we finally get them. So please vote for me in the primaries, Cenk Uygur. Yes, it's actually spelled that way. So that we can collect delegates, turn them into an infinity stone, and then turn that into policies we absolutely love and need, and maybe even bring a little joy into the world.
Oh my God.
Remember, the primaries are a safe space where Donald Trump is not on the ballot, so you can safely pick any Democrat.
Trump was on my ballot.
So if you want peace or popular progressive policies, or just to get the Democrats to finally do something they promised, go vote in the primaries and take the power back! I'm Cenk Uygur, and I approve this ad, because wouldn't it be amazing if at least one Democrat fought for you? Paid family leave, higher minimum wage, lower drug prices, and gerrymandering, and money in politics, and the bombing of Gaza.
You know, he probably had that
occupation.
A glove already at home. He's like, I know, I'll use my power glove.
Is Biden gone? No. Trump's gone? Even better. Thanos for the win!
Yeah, that was insane. That was just flat fucking insane for a guy who cannot win. And this whole strategy that they are pushing about the uncommitted delegates, they're trying to make you feel okay with voting for a fucking Democrat because they know you don't want to mark that box for Biden. So, hey, do the uncommitted and we can have some leverage with our Infinity Stone to get something like the stop bombing Gaza. That's not how this is going to work. Anybody who's been inside the Democratic Party as a fucking delegate knows that this is not going to work. They are just going to handpick and tap whoever they want from that smoke-filled back room, which they admitted to in 2017, and you will have no say in it. And we know who it's going to be. It's either going to be Newsom or Michelle Obama. It'll be some terrible fucking Democrat who has the same exact policies as Biden. So at the end of the day, when you vote uncommitted, you're voting for Biden and the Democratic Party.
This is a fantastic question. What does voting uncommitted actually mean? With the primary elections coming up, many Palestinians and Palestinian-led organizations are urging people to vote uncommitted. And it's usually here where a lot of people go, by doing this and having this mindset, this is how we're going to get Trump elected again. Back up, I can smell your breath. Nobody's actually elected in the primaries. This is just part of the process to select the presidential candidates for the Republican Party and the Democratic Party. Now, based on the primary vote, party candidates like Joe Biden are given a certain number of delegates that have pledged to vote for them at the national convention. Now, back to this question, what does uncommitted delegates mean and why is it important that we all do it? With multiple states doing this and having strength in numbers, it sends a message to Biden that says we are not confident in you. With states like Michigan already doing this, Washington following and already having a lot of momentum, the hope is with enough people doing this, we can get him to change his policies before the general election in November. I don't want you to get discouraged or think for a single second that by voting uncommitted, your vote does not matter. If just 15% of voters in our congressional district fill in the uncommitted delegates bubble under the Democratic Party, we will be able to send an uncommitted delegate to the general elections, which sends not just a message to President Biden, but to all world leaders. And that is the message that we do not support Joe Biden's genocidal policies. Some people ask, why don't we write in ceasefire? Do you remember the general election in 2016 when people wrote in Harambe and Hennessy? That's why. A write-in vote is purely symbolic. If you filled in Joe Biden's bubble or wrote in ceasefire, it's not too late to cross that out and change it. Write-in votes are not tallied or recorded individually, and the only way that we can send a message this large is by voting uncommitted. At least for Washington State, which is where I live, we have until March 12th to cast our ballots, and I strongly urge you, if you stand with the Palestinian people, you will vote uncommitted.
If you stand with the Palestinian people, you will not vote for a Democrat at the end of the fucking day because it's all the same. It's all the same. You're still voting for the Democratic Party. You're still voting for a Democratic nominee. So, he says, oh, your vote is, what did he say? Your vote is, basically your vote don't count if you write ceasefire on it. Guess what? Your vote doesn't fucking count anyways. Like at the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't matter. And this is a whole campaign to get you to vote for the uncommitteds like you're doing something, but you're not doing anything. They're going to do what they want. And we know it, right? At the end of the day. Shred your ballot. You guys know I put ceasefire. I voted on the Democrat side, but I did not vote for any Democrat. I put ceasefire on it and I know my ballot's not going to count. But guess what? My ballot wasn't going to count anyways. Even if I would have voted for the uncommitted, I was still just supporting Democrats by doing that. And I won't do that anymore. So nope, not happening. But you guys vote how you want to vote. I don't judge anybody. Whatever strategy you think is best, at the end of the fucking day, we have had it proven multiple times that it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We don't choose these puppets at the end of the day. I wrote in Aaron Bushnell. Good for you, mastermind. That's what I'm talking about. You write in Aaron Bushnell, write in ceasefire, but fuck voting for any of their bullshit candidates, including their uncommitted delegates. You know how many delegates Bernie Sanders went into 2016's fucking election, into that convention with? Hundreds. And it didn't matter at the end of the fucking day. He turned them all over to the nominee. And that's what they'll do anyways. They'll all get on board. They'll pick Newsom. They'll pick Obama. They'll pick whoever. And all the other candidates will turn over their fucking delegates. That's how this works. So it's all pointless at the end of the day. Let's hear what Rachel Maddows is crying about.
But I will just leave you with this. There's no magic spell. There's no solution that is going to come, say, from the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court did the favor of reminding us all of that today when they ruled that Trump will stay on the ballot all over the country. They gave us that reminder today after last week. They made sure we knew it in the first place when they somewhat inexplicably took action to delay all of the Trump criminal trials except the one they couldn't stop until after the election.
Oh, how dare them. Okay, yeah, I don't know why that clip's so low. I'm going to just shut it down. Anyways, yeah, she thinks that the Supreme Court should be done too. They're out of their freaking minds. They work for Trump. And, it's funny though, if the Democrats controlled the Supreme Court, not a goddamn one of them would be crying about this. But, they all want it just torn apart now. Okay, so this next slide, I am so fucking over everybody telling me how wonderful Brenda Lee is and that we all have to support her. You have to vote for, Barbara Lee. Brenda Lee. I like Brenda Lee, actually. I don't like Barbara Lee. Barbara Lee. Everybody thinks that Barbara Lee is so fucking progressive and, she has been great. Well, I'm going to tell you guys, I used to do a show called No Joke. With Marcus and a couple of other guys. Amos is from Israel. Marcus is from Germany. And it was a really crazy panel show that was very early Saturday mornings. Like, I don't know, it started like 8 or 9 a.m. in the morning for me. And it was very diverse. And I had the most outrageous progressive position, I think. I mean, obviously. And so these guys would, Marcus wasn't so bad, but almost would come at me constantly with his Zionist agenda. And I would call it out for being in a Zionist agenda. Well, one time I brought a story about the Rothschilds. And later on in the green room, man, he came at me. He came at me. How dare you? You're anti-Semitic. And I'm like, I'm a Jew. What are you talking about? Like, and so he came at me with Barbara Lee once. Oh, why can't you support Barbara Lee? We need to be supporting Barbara Lee. She's done all these amazing fucking things. And I said, yeah, I know there's some questionable shit there. And I did know that. But you can't recall it off the top of your head. It's like I have an index for every single person that serves and all the terrible shit they did. I said, give me a week. Give me a week. The next week's show, I will come back and I will show you the reasons I don't think Barbara Lee is good. Now, God, this was years ago. God, it had to have been like four and a half years ago. And I did a very big deep dive into her. And here's the thing, guys. She was handpicked by the fucking Clintons. She was brought up by a Clinton handpicked crony. And, we don't have a very long memory of these people. But at the end of the day, Barbara Lee is just a Democrat. She is just a Democrat who managed to get out in front like AOC or any of these guys. Barbara Lee is in California. Yes, I believe she is in California. I want to say she was handpicked for California's District 9, Oakland, by Nancy Pelosi and the Democratic machine. Yes, she's Oakland, Popeye. Very good. And so here's just a few things to remember. Now, she was the front leader for the aid that went to Haiti. Remember all that aid that went to Haiti? Well, I'm so glad she followed up on it. So here she is, virtue signaling on the floor, doing a moment of silence for Haiti. And what? 3 fucking houses got built at the end of the day. Way to go, Barbara Lee, for following up and making sure that the people of Haiti got that money that you guys begged for, right? So just a small clip. That's weird. Why is there no sound? No sound. Anyways, basically, Nancy's on the floor. She's, speaker. She gavels them in. Barbara Lee says, I'd like to ask for a moment of silence on the floor for the people of Haiti. And then she goes into this big, long trope about Haiti and how terrible it is and everything we have to do for Haiti. But we now know, years later, what actually got done for Haiti. Oh, a bunch of fucking trafficking, a bunch of money laundering, and they didn't get shit. They didn't get shit at the end of the day. Am I muted? I'm not muted, right? No, I got sound. Let's see if the next clip plays. I don't know. That was an old C-SPAN clip, so sometimes maybe YouTube didn't want you to hear Barbara pandering for Haiti. I don't know. But let's not forget that she endorsed Clinton too over Bernie Sanders because she's so progressive. Why is there no sound all of a sudden on my deck? That is so weird. Anyways, yeah, she endorsed Clinton. I'm going to pull this out of here, update it, and put it back in. I don't know what else to do. So yeah, Barbara Lee, I'm so over faux progressives telling me that Barbara Lee is the next best thing from sliced bread, because she's really not. She really is freaking not. And yeah, I get it. She's out front, and I get that she was the only one that was saying, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's up with the sound. She was the only one calling for a ceasefire, right? That's good. That's good. But that's what she should have been doing in the first goddamn place. Why are we giving these guys a brownie button for stuff they should already be doing? I don't know. I will not get bamboozled by Barbara Lee or any of these faux progressives again. Just, I'm over it. Okay, let's see if we can get the slide deck to work. I'm going to play this one. This is Marjorie Taylor Greene partying at, I think Mar-a-Lago last night with Trump. Let's see if it works.
He seems to attract lots of conspiracy theorists.
Well, let me tell you, you're a conspiracy theorist, and the left and the media spreads more conspiracy theories. We like the truth. We like supporting our Constitution, our freedoms, and America first. So,
what about Jewish space lasers? Tell us about Jewish space lasers.
No, why don't you go talk about Jewish space lasers? And really, why don't you fuck off? How about that?
Thanks. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh, why don't you fuck off? You guys heard that one, right? I think you heard that. I could see the sound bouncing on that one. Audio works. Okay, thanks, DC. Why wouldn't it let the Barbara Lee videos play? I'm not allowed to talk shit about Baba. That is so fucking weird. Those, lately, I don't bring video in from YouTube. I will literally download it and bring it up through my system. But those two came off of YouTube. It's so weird. YouTube didn't want you to see Barbara Lee selling out and pandering. Weird. This is just funny to me. Why don't you go talk about Jewish space lasers? Yeah, I saw Jewish space lasers were trending when I got out of bed this morning. I was like, whoo, I talked about Jewish space lasers on Monday. Like, what? Somebody's actually talking about these. I love how she tells the BBC to pretty much go fuck off. I can't stand Marjorie Taylor Greene, but she is amusing. She is entertaining some days, right? They asked her if she would be Trump's VP pick. And she said, well, I'll do anything he asks of me. And I thought, well, that's a wide brush. But then they asked, do you think Nikki Haley's going to be? And she's like, no Nikki Haley. So she just needs to drop out. So she dropped out finally. Anyways, weird. We got State of the Union on Thursday. Are you guys excited? Are you excited? You know, they got Biden in a back room hooked up to an adrenochrome drip right now, trying to get him ready. Yeah, we both know it. So Biden preparing for the State of the Union. Yeah. That's from Stranger Things. That's the evil monster on Stranger Things. Lexi Navalny's widow invited as Biden's guest to the State of the Union. Oh, God. She'll get a 5-minute standing ovation and a clap, right? That's what we have to look forward to. She's just having the best week ever, isn't she? Not the only one who has invited somebody to the State of the Union. Get this. Thomas Massie bringing the brother, Julian, of WikiLeaks founder Assange to the State of the Union. That is right. Gabriel Shipton will be at the State of the Union. That's amazing. I'm so glad that he will be in that room to rub every one of their faces in there. And yeah, this is at the point of enough. It's time to release Assange, to send him home to his family, and more Americans need to wake up to what is actually going on with Assange. And that's why Assange has been such an important issue for us. You know, we got to have the truth. We have to be able to see what's going on in the world to have a formed opinion. And Julian Assange has done that for us. So there's the Assange address. If you want to write Assange, you can screenshot that, send him a postcard. Let's hope he goes home soon and he doesn't have to keep getting letters. He can just be out there with his family like he belongs, where he deserves to be. White House announces a strike force on unfair and illegal prices ahead of the State of the Union, but the administration plans could be undermined by the Congress. The lawmakers looking to drastically curb the Justice Department's annual antitrust budget. Okay, so what the fuck does this actually mean? And I had the article, but sadly my computer crashed and it went down. But basically, this is bullshit. They've already had antitrust strike forces in place. But Biden, because the economy is so bad now, he likes to tell people that it's not his fault. It's all of these price gougers. So they're going to start a strike force to go out there and fight the price gougers that are screwing you. That's why you're paying too much for stuff. It's not Biden's fault. It's not his administration. It's not inflation. It's price gougers. So they're gonna jump on that and take care of it right now. Yeah, this is just virtue signaling bullshit. Like, oh, look at us. We're shutting down the people who are gouging you. You're the people who are gouging us for sure. How is your TDS today? Yeah, that's a good one. Thanks, Oz. I think Oz must have dropped that one on the deck because I didn't have that one. Biden administration admits flying 320,000 migrants secretly to the U.S. to reduce the number of crossings at the border, his national security vulnerabilities. What do you guys think about this? Other than it's treasonous and probably illegal as fuck. So they're not waiting for them to come across the border anymore and then flying them out to the sanctuary cities. They're literally flying them out from other countries and bringing them straight in now. Yeah, why not? Why not? Just easier. That way, you guys don't see as many people crossing the border. And, Fox can't be down there recording them if they're on a flight to coming in. This story is fucking crazy. I know. Like, what? Okay, this is where we're at. Yeah, it is where we're at. And you've seen the Dems out there the last couple of weeks. They're like, we need these immigrants. We're not having enough babies in the United States to replace our workforce. We need them. We don't have anybody in the military. We need them. I mean, they're saying the quiet part out loud now when it comes to immigration. Like, right? Did you see the clip of Jen Psaki and Rachel Meadows last night where they're freaking out that immigration was the number one policy for people when polled at Super Tuesday? Like, what? Why? Oh my gosh, this is so crazy. Why would people be talking about immigration? That is just how out of fucking touch they actually are. Yeah, and scapegoating immigrants, for sure. I agree. Biden says it's good for you. Thank you. Yeah, you guys are going to see these memes for a while now. They're just too funny. When you've been wondering why they're pushing so hard for a cashless society, and then you see government freezing the financial assets of political dissidents. Oh, like we didn't warn you that was going to happen. We knew that was coming. We knew it, especially when they did the truckers in Canada, right? They shut all their banks down. People no longer believe working hard will lead to a better life, survey shows. Oh, geez, I wonder why. What? You can't just pull yourself up by your bootstraps and become a billionaire? I think people are learning in this country. It doesn't fucking matter how hard you work or how many jobs you work. If you're poor, you're poor. That's just the way it is. Taxation is theft, my love. Fuck the government. Government is theft. We're slaves. Damn, I love you, woman. Yeah, it's true. We are. We just serve our empire at the end of the day. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is just stupid. Check this out. So CNN tweeted this out. But this is 2018. So look at the date. It says December 21st, 2018. It says the budget breakdown of a 25-year-old who makes $100,000 a year and is excellent with money. Okay, so this was in 2018. In 2018, they wanted this person to spend $270 on healthcare insurance. Now, you tell me where the hell you're going to get healthcare insurance for that much. Back then, even back then, it was a joke. Only $250 to dine out for the whole year. What? I mean, this is just unrealistic, stupid bullshit. Like, what? At least a fourth of it should be donations. Yeah, groceries $400. What? Nah. Rent $825. Okay, even in 2018, that wasn't realistic. So not realistic at all, right? Have you guys seen gas prices lately? Woo, they're bad where we live. Let's see. I think I saw $4.70 yesterday. $4.70 a gallon yesterday. I'm kind of glad my car's broke down. I'm saving all that money on gas. And the bus is free this year because they're trying to get us to all switch to smart cities and give up driving. So they've made our bus free. Like, it's totally fare free. You can get on a bus anywhere in our county, ride it wherever. You can ride it as many times a day as you want. So it's coming in kind of handy. I'm saving money on gas by hoofing it everywhere. I'll tell you what, I'd be moving faster if I had these fuckers chasing me. Have you guys seen these new drones? Oh yeah. The DARPA, they're coming for you. They've trained these drones, these 10 drones, to fly in formation at speed to avoid obstacles. The drones use the board's sensors, process, and share with the swarm. So they have a hive mind. Track with location. Black Mirror about this? I think there was a Black Mirror about this. What the hell are those? Nanofibers? So each one can react on their own. It doesn't have to have consensual communication. It's decided. That is crazy. Oh, it'd be good for disaster responses. The future is so Orwellian. I agree, Jilly Love. We are doomed. We are freaking doomed. What do you guys think? You want a swarm of drones following around at all times? Maybe you already have one. I'm just saying. And those are awful big, right? I think when we actually get to this point, they'll be so small that you will think it's a bee or a bug that's flying around you. You won't think it's a drone. And just wait till they put Jewish space lasers on those guys. Then we're really screwed. Oh, wait, they already have. Huh. Tesla trucks, they're supposed to be invincible. Who's got one? You got one? You got one? I actually have seen people, I'm not even kidding, on my social media, like, ordered my Tesla truck today. Like, oh, God, how the hell did you end up on my friends list? Anyways, have you seen one crash into a wall? So we saw Elon gave Joe Rogan a bow, right? And he's like, yeah, shoot the truck. You can't do any damage to it. And he shot the truck and just put a little dent in it. Then we saw a dude with a baseball bat beat the fuck out of the truck, right? Look, no dents. Well, let's see what happens when you take a Tesla truck and launch it at a wall at 140 miles an hour. Does it hold up? Not so well. There's 10 miles an hour. Oh, look, the back popped off. 25, 50. Oh, tires are gone. Ooh, 128. Oh, that was 80 miles. 140. Oh, damn, you ain't living through that. Okay, we'll play it one more time. Just so you guys can see in slow-mo. Look, the whole back popped open at 10 miles an hour. 25 miles an hour. You're fucked up too. Damn. Oh, that thing just disintegrates into a million damn pieces. The tire is in New Jersey. Jesus. Oh my gosh. So yeah, there you are. The safety standards of the Tesla Cybertruck. Yeah, rest in peace, DC, for sure, right? Oh my gosh. Not saying that anything else out there is going to save your life, but I just thought that was interesting. They're supposed to be so indestructible. Didn't look that way. At 10 miles an hour, the back end came off, lost the front tires. Like, yeah, I think I'll pass. Yeah, 10-mile-an-hour crash cost you $25,000. This is a mastermind. That's so true, right? Because anything to fix. I actually have quite a few friends and family members who bought into the whole smart car technology back in last 10 years, and now they're learning that it's cheaper to just replace the car than to actually repair anything on it, right? I mean, these batteries. My girlfriend has a Prius that won't go into reverse and it won't shut off. It I had to take it to Tacoma, and I'm like, well, how the hell are we supposed to back out of anywhere? It was crazy. And then one time she stops the car, and because they're so quiet, you can't hear if it's running or not. She gets out, she's talking to me, and all of a sudden her car just takes off down the road. I'm like, whoa, what's going on with your car? Why is it driving by itself? She's like, oh, I guess it didn't shut off. I don't know if I need a car like that. I just don't. Okay, let's talk COVID news because we got some COVID news. So, hey, just in, switching arms for vaccines could help boost your immunity, study finds. So there you go. When you are on your 180th booster, change arms. Good advice, I guess. I'm not sure, but that was funny. Calm down, booster shot, before you throw a clot. Yes, this is a message from Mandy K. Cohen, the CDC director, right? She's the new CDC director that's been there for, 8 months, a year now. Let's hear what she has to say. This dropped yesterday.
Hi, everyone. It's Mandy Cohen from CDC. We've streamlined our recommendations on how to protect ourselves and others from common respiratory illnesses like COVID, flu, and RSV. These
You're all
updates
one
are focused on giving clear, common sense solutions that are easy to understand and follow. This starts with core prevention steps that we have all become familiar with.
Prevention from what?
First and foremost,
Getting COVID?
stay up to date with the recommended vaccinations for flu,
safe and
RSV,
effective.
and COVID. Second, practice good hygiene, like cover coughs, washing hands, and clean off those surfaces. And third, take steps for cleaner air, like improving ventilation or opening windows. And if you do get sick, stay home and away from others to prevent spreading germs. Consider getting tested so you know what you have and you can get treatment.
Who does testing?
Especially if you're at high
Nobody
risk for
tests
severe
for COVID
illness.
anymore.
We are in a different place. We have data and evidence that shows our tools are working to protect us against COVID. This season, weekly hospital admissions for COVID have decreased by more than 75%, and deaths have
Must be the
decreased by
jab.
more than 90%
It's the
compared
jab.
to January of 2022. And we saw these decreases even while our wastewater data showed we had high levels of viral illness
Oh, that's right. 'Cause
circulating
they check
this
the poop
season.
to find out if the city has
Importantly,
COVID.
95% of people who were hospitalized early this season did not have an updated COVID vaccine.
Oh.
Said another way, being up to date on recommended vaccines can help keep you out of the hospital.
Dude, they're still pushing this narrative. How insane. How freaking insane. But there's a lot of money invested, so it's not too late. It's never too late. And besides, a German patient vaccinated against COVID 217 times, and hey, he's fine. He's fine. He must have switched arms. I'll bet you that's how he got that extra boost of immunity, is he switched arms on the 216th time. Now, what is this story all about? This is a crazy story. This is some dude that thought they would go get cards for all of their friends that didn't want to go get them. So he's like, I'll go for you. I'll go get me the free fries and, all the free donut that they give you. So yeah, he went and got the jibby jab like 217 times and he's just fine. So I don't know what everybody's complaining about. It obviously is not that dangerous. You guys know I'm joking. Of course you do. But that's crazy. That's crazy. Why? I think back about it now when my kids were little, when they were little babies. I remember taking them in, right, for their scheduled immunizations. And I remember one time, I don't know why, we were behind a couple of months. So one of my kids had to get like a bunch of them all at once. And I was like, well, is that dangerous? Like, oh, no, it's fine. Like, and now I look back on it, I'm like, oh my God, why would I ever do that? But back then I was just like, okay, doctor says it's safe, and then I wondered why I had a screaming, crying kid for the next week. Now I know. Just a thought. Heroin, fentanyl, and car fentanyl. Yes, this is a big problem right now. I need to do a to hell and back. God, we haven't done it to hell and back probably in almost a year now. There's so much we need to talk about because, heroin is a thing of the past. Fentanyl is prevalent, but becoming a thing in the past because car fentanyl is what people are craving and wanting. And yeah, let's do a to hell and back. Let me see if I can get pasta in the chair. I definitely want to do one. I mean, we've seen some nasty, nasty things. There was a video going around yesterday or the day before on X where it was an addict who had necropathy. What do they call that when your skin's dead and dying? All of his fingers, all 5 of his fingers, but his hand was, it was crazy. Like, there's so much, these drugs, these trank that's being used in Philly and other cities now is just eating humans alive. So yeah, we need to do a to hell and back. I just thought that was interesting. Let's see. Washington Post to enact a hate crime hotline where residents can report bias incidents or just report your neighbor because you don't like them. A bill to propose a reporting and tracking system for hate crimes successfully passed the Washington state legislature. Oh, now it's just got to pass one more hurdle and you can call the cops on your neighbor. Yeah, California psycho. I have a feeling we got this from California. Now, this bill, they've tried to shove this bill down us twice. So it tanked last time. Let's hope it tanks again because I just think that this would be the shit lips would weaponize this, right? Oh my God, you'd have a Democrat on the phone every fucking 5 minutes reporting people that they don't like because that's what they do. We've seen it. Come on, we've all seen the Karens that go to the park and I'm calling the cops on you, right? How many times have we seen racist bullshit from Karens? So Yeah, not a good idea. I just don't see how this is a good idea at Washington State. Washington State, you are full of bullshit ideas, man. People think that Washington State is so advanced. No, we're just as shit liberty as as California. 100%. The whole West Coast. Let's just face it. The whole Karens unite, right? It'll be the Karen hotline. Are you a Karen? Do you not like your neighbor? Well, please call blah, 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 blah. Let us know. Are they a danger to the community? Yeah, crazy. Okay, so for all of my viewers with testicles, right now you've been forewarned. Viewer discretion advised on this next clip because you might actually fill this one. This is a crazy story. So I got this from Raw Alerts. Breaking: a man is suing a luxury hotel resort after he was stung by a scorpion on his testicles while sleeping at the hotel. Hashtag Las Vegas, hashtag Nevada. A Southern California man is suing, let's see, Nevada claims that he was stung by a scorpion. Okay, so let's hear it.
I put my eyeglasses, then I was in shock. Then I have a scorpion over there, just hanging on my underwear.
Michael Farchi says the scorpion attacked in the middle of the night as he was sound asleep at the Palazzo at the Venetian in Vegas.
Okay, he's at the Venetian.
With a sharp pain in my private area. I was surprised. I didn't know what is that. I reached my hand to see what's happening over there under the cover, and I just got another sharp pain.
The venomous creature stinging Farchi 3 to 4 times. The medical report clearly shows the focus of the injury. It happened December 26 while Farchi and his family were enjoying a holiday vacation at the Venetian. Farchi now suing the high-end hotel for the Sin City stinger. He says he still has some ongoing medical issues due to the traumatizing attack.
Nobody staying in Vegas needs to be exposed to deadly scorpions while they're sleeping, let alone on their private areas, their testicles.
Owie, 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 owie. Yeah, that gives a whole new level of bed bug, right? Was he employee? Probably was an employee of the hotel, right? So that was the Venetian Palazzo. Anyways, yeah, I've been woke up in the middle of the night being stung. Has anybody ever gone through that? Oh my God. So I live down south, and down south you got everything. We had wasps, and somehow the wasp built a nest inside my power box, which the panel was in my bedroom, and I didn't know they were in there. So I'm sleeping one night, and all of a sudden, I must have moved wrong, and I hit one of those wasps that had got in my bed. I don't even know how it got in my bed, but it stung me. And I came out of a dead sleep. I knew I'd been stung. I mean, when you get stung that hard by a wasp, you know it's a fucking wasp. I was out of that bed screaming, and sure enough, it was a wasp. And we got rid of the wasp that day. But yeah, not a pleasant experience being woke up to a sting, let alone on your testicles. Holy balls of pain. Yeah, that is a terrible story. But hey, just goes to show, I mean, you got to check. You got to check. Even if you're in the nicest hotel in Vegas on the 50th floor, you better pull those blankets up and just make sure you ain't got no scorpions in your bed. Oh God, owie, owie. That's just terrible. I had a lot of crazy stuff. Like one night I woke up and I had something on my neck, and it was a gecko. It was a baby gecko. They're transparent when they're babies. You can literally see through them. And he was so cute. I picked him up. I was like, what the hell? He just curled up with me and decided to go to bed. I do miss the little lizards from down south. I had a couple that lived in my laundry room, and they're just cute. They just run by, their beady eyes, like really cute. Don't check with the black light. Oh my God, that hotel that we stayed in Seattle this month. I'm so glad I didn't have a black light. I can just tell you that. I knew because I could see with my bare eye. I was like, oh my God, I don't want to see this room with a black light. No, if you want to be grossed out and have nowhere to sleep, take a black light with you for sure. I actually have a black light my mom gave me. It's for checking jewelry, but maybe I should throw it in my luggage just so I can see. Let's see. This is kind of weird. So you guys know that we're having a solar eclipse on April 8th, another one. I wonder if Trump will stare directly into it like last time. But anyways, exploding green devil comet could photobomb April 8th total solar eclipse. And it might be visible with the naked eye. So comet 12P Pons Brooks, also known as the devil comet, will be positioned close to the sun during the April 8th total solar eclipse. Some photographers are also predict that the volcanic comet, so this is a volcanic comet. I'm so confused. Doesn't comet mean that it's frozen? But how is it volcanic if it's a comet? I don't know. May be visible to the naked eye, especially if it blows its top before the big event. So it's going to blow, is what they're saying, as it flies by, and it'll be in the solar eclipse. Like, this is crazy fucking shit. Like, what is going on in the world? But we're going to keep our eyes peeled for that. I might actually look directly into the solar eclipse just to see this volcanic devil comet. That'll be cool. That will be cool. Hollywood, go fuck yourself. I don't even know what's in Hollywood, go fuck yourself. Oh, Dakota Johnson. You guys see this comment she made yesterday? Okay, so they were giving her shit about this movie, Madam Web, that is flopped. Apparently it's flopped. I like Dakota Johnson. She's a Nepo kid, whatever. She's third generation. But here's the thing. She seems to have a little bit more common sense than a lot of people in Hollywood. And I've noticed this over the years. I love the movie Peanut Butter Falcon. If you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix. It's a great family movie, a feel-good movie. But this is what she had to say about Madam Web flopping. In these big movies that get made, decisions are being made by committees, and art does not do well if it's made by committees. Films are made by a filmmaker and a team of artists around them. You cannot make art based on numbers or algorithms. My feeling has been for a long time that audiences are extremely smart and executives have started to believe that they're not. Audiences will always be able to sniff out bullshit. Even if the film starts to be made with AIs, humans aren't going to fucking want to see those. And that is it too, right? That we don't. We'll know. We'll know when it's bullshit. You cannot dupe us. And this is the problem with these fucking studio heads. And this is why Disney and Paramount and all Warner Brothers, this is why they're losing fucking money. Because they don't listen to us, they don't respect us, and they just do whatever the fuck they want and they shove it down our throats, right? Yeah, I'm glad I canceled Netflix like 5 years ago. Whatever, they raised the prices. Yeah, they raised the prices again. Prime just raised the prices and added commercials. So you have to pay more to opt out of Prime, right? We just got a Roku. We just ordered one for my mother-in-law, and it's actually pretty cool. It was only $30. $30, and you get like regular TV channels, and then of course you can sign into Netflix and every other streaming service with it. But it will literally turn any old TV, as long as it has HDMI, into a smart TV. So, hey, if you're looking for a way to watch TV, Roku, it's only $30. I don't know. Anyways, it was Tippy's birthday. Tippy turned like 83, 84, something like that. Yeah, of course, that is a family legacy right there. You had Tippy. She was the one who got what was Tippy? She was the one with the lions, right? I actually had a really good friend that I did the Journey for Bernie with that went across the country. He grew up next door. He literally lived in the house next door to them, Melanie Griffin, Tippy, and he knew the lions. He knew, like, pretty crazy. Pretty cool. YouTube Premium is only service I pay for, like $13. How the hell did you get YouTube Premium for $13? I've been paying $25 a month for the last 8 years for it. Somehow I'm getting ripped off. Yeah, you got a Roku? Do you like it, Mastermind? So we've only had it a day, but it seems to be working out well. My daughter was telling me 5 years ago to get one, and I was just like, well, I have Amazon Prime and I have, all of this shit. So YouTube Premium. I don't know how you got YouTube Premium for $13, but if you got a coupon, send it to me. I am a trailer park girl. I love me some coupons. So let's see. Bono dedicates YouTube song "All I Want Is You" to First Lady Jill Biden. Ew, ew, ew. That is so gross. God, he's looking rough. I gotta tell you, adrenochrome's a hell of a drug, man. Oh, can you imagine those two having an affair and getting it on behind Biden's back? Oh, sorry for that visual, but the new Dune 2 is out. How you Dune? That's kind of funny. How you doing? Tippy was pretty cool. She was the Lion exclusive, wear a cat suit when I met her. Oh, you bet. Natalie, you met her. Yeah, everybody I know who has actually met Tippy or hung out with her says she's hella cool. So that's cool. I mean, I've always liked Melanie. I mean, she's a little dingbatty and she had her demons over the years, but yeah, definitely. I think Dakota turned out good considering she was raised in a Hollywood family, right? Okay, Hollywood, go fuck yourself. There you are. You know, Meme Alley. We're going to do it. Meme Alley. Why are memes so important? Memes are important because this is a way that we communicate. This is how we communicate nowadays. So I didn't plan this. I didn't come up with it, but this is how it happens. So let's do it. Let's talk Meme Alley. What memes are trending today? Prescription drug commercials be like, ask your doctor if this RX is right for you. Side effects may include vomiting and diarrhea. Oh my gosh. Me fighting the urge from saying some smart ass shit. every day. I'm kind of known for my smart assidiness. Just always who I've been. That's who I'll always be. This is fucking funny right here. A man dual-wheeling raw steak slaps diner in the face at a vegan restaurant and yells, if you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding. I love his mustache. Is that a real mustache? It looks like it was drawn on. That's crazy. That's funny. I don't know where this was, but I find that hilarious. Let's see. That was almost a year ago. Yeah, it was March of last year, but still a funny headline. If you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding. My dad would actually yell at us kids when we were little. He would. And as kids, we didn't know what it meant, right? All of the Pink Floyd references that got dropped as kids, but we sure know them now for sure. Me highlighting all the conspiracy theories that have come true. Oh, imagine that. The page is glowing. Oh, yeah. They all did come true. Google, my FBI agent is a hoe. Oh, don't make Google mad. The FBI. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Brad? What's up, Brad? I know you're watching, Brad, but I don't think you're a hoe, so I'm being nice today. It's always good to make fun of your NSA FBI agent. Celery, when you have the sudden urge to bite into water with hair. Yeah, celery is kind of like water with hair in it. Yeah. I got to hang out with a couple crows yesterday, Kate. Out on my walk, I encountered quite a few crows. They're so funny. They are so funny. When you actually start conversating with the crow, they will talk back to you. I promise you. You just got to give them the time. Adobe has developed software that can detect Photoshop in any image. Oh, NASA's sweating. You know why? Let me tell you why this meme is funny. Because they have lied to you and have doctored video since, I don't know, 1969. And now that there's software out there that can point that out, they might get busted or they might cover it up. I don't know. That's a funny meme. Let's see. Most American memes you'll ever see. Oh, the most American meme you'll ever see. So it says, I wouldn't tell anyone if I won the lottery, but there would be signs. Let's see. He would get a shrink. He would go to the doctor, grocery shopping, and getting your teeth fixed. Yeah, getting your teeth fixed is a dead fucking giveaway that you came into money when you're a poor. Let me tell you. And I love it too, because I've had friends that have got their teeth fixed, and my favorite thing is seeing them for the first time. Like, smile, show me what it looks like. I mean, there's no better feeling for a poor is to get your teeth fixed. So yeah, I would definitely do this too. I wouldn't tell anybody, but I would be out secretly doing stuff like getting my teeth fixed and grocery shopping. Shrink, I'm kind of over it. And a doctor, you guys know how I feel about Western medicine, so that won't be a telltale for me. Anyways, Greta, watching you sit on a plastic dildo instead of a cucumber. Oh, don't piss Greta off and do that. Come on, that one's funny. Oh, don't make Greta mad. Use cucumbers, not plastic dildos. They take too long to break down. Don't you know your dildo will be around for 1,000 years longer than you will be? That's her argument at the end of the day. So just leave those plastic dildos alone. Make sure you're going for the cucumbers. Anyways, let's see. A single Dorito has more extreme nacho flavor than a person in the 13th century would experience in their whole lifetime. It's true. It is true. There is more nacho cheese flavor on one Dorito than what they probably ate in the 13th century. They missed out. All that poison, they didn't get any. It's their bummer. It's their loss, right? We got a few more. Remember, if you lose a sock in the dryer, it comes back to life as a Tupperware lid that doesn't fit on any of your containers. God damn, that happens to me constantly. Like, where the hell did this lid come from? Where did this container come from? Why doesn't a lid fit it? The problem is real. The struggle is real. And not gonna lie, getting sucked into Jumanji for 30 years doesn't sound too bad right now. No, it doesn't, does it? I would go take a break in Jumanji for sure. Is that Kristen Dunst? God, she looks so young there. Holy crap. God, we're getting old. We are just getting old, man. Jumanji. Rest in peace, Robin Williams. And what luxuries are you after? Slow mornings, minimalized schedule, laughing, dancing, a cozy home surrounded by nature and the ones I love. Oh yeah, those are crazy things to want, aren't they? Were we really out there smoking Marlboro Reds and drinking Strawberry Boone's Farm at 15? I sadly was. I definitely was. Those are my two favorite combos too. Strawberry Boone's Farm and well, I like the sangria too. They had a good sangria. And Marlboro Reds, definitely. Now you guys know that's who I was at 15. A garden returns 50 times the investment you put into it, not just food, but joy, peace, and real connection with creation. A spiritual retreat from a noisy world and a hurried people. Grow a garden. Now is the time, fams. It's time to get out there, get those seeds started. Even if you live in an apartment and you have a front door, put 2 pots out front. Grow something. I promise you, putting your hands in the dirt, smelling the dirt, it is therapeutical. 100% it is. Even if you don't get you don't yield big returns. I never yield big returns, and I end up having to fight, you know, molds and funguses and rats, whatever comes into my garden and tries to eat it. But hey, at least I'm still trying. And absolutely the biggest thing I take away from gardening every year is not that, hey, I'm feeding my family with what I'm growing. It's that I'm taking a couple of hours to turn the shit off, to drown out elections, to drown out politicians, and to go outside in the sun, suck up some vitamin D, and just be there with my thoughts and my dirt and my plants. I'm telling you, it is you don't need a shrink if you can plant a garden. That's all I'm saying. So get out there, even if you've never grown, everybody can grow, right? Throw a sunflower seed in a pot and you'll be amazed when that big thing smiles at you, because nothing is smilier than a sunflower. I'm telling you. I got to get mine going soon. Drone whistleblower subjected to harsh confinement, finally released from prison. Yes, Daniel Hale has been released, for basically doing the same thing that Biden did. And that was storing classified documents in an unsecure place. But when Biden did it, he didn't have any bad intent. So, most of our politicians, including Hillary Clinton, unless they have bad intent, we don't charge them, right? And so, yes, this was the Espionage Act being weaponized yet again. And not only that, but when they use that Espionage Act on you, they literally paint you into a corner to where you're not allowed to have any defenses. They shut that shit down because of the nature of the argument. So even if you had a good defense, you might as well settle out of court, not go to trial, because you're going to do a hell of a lot less time. This is what they do. They go, okay, we'll give you 3 years if you take the deal now, but if you don't take the deal, we're going to give you 75 years, and you're going to lose because it's the Espionage Act. Yes, the Espionage Act is unconstitutional. The goddamn thing's over 110 fucking years old. It has never even been revised or looked at for the technology that we have now. Like, this is just insane. We have to shut the Espionage Act down. But will we? No. We'll shut it down as fast as we did the Patriot Act or Citizens United or any of this bullshit that they've shoved down our throats over the years, right? Because this is how they get us every time. But I saw Misty was talking that Daniel Hale might need a GoFundMe started to cover some of these costs. I'm sure he got fined and, all of that. So I know that if you head over to Misty's page, you can see whatever she's got up over there. And let's see. Okay. Well, I don't know why they're talking about Aaron Bushnell in this article, but that's weird. Very weird. Anyways, so the Assange people, we're going to start meeting again. Because come on, we don't just fight for Assange. When we're fighting for free speech, we're fighting for freaking all the whistleblowers, right? Protect the whistleblowers, the real whistleblowers, not Facebook whistleblowers or the politicians' whistleblowers, real fucking whistleblowers that are putting their lives and their asses on the line to bring us the fucking truth. And of course, what did Daniel bring us? Drone. Well, he's the reason that we know that drones, that they just kill civilians constantly. They don't care. Well, no, look at how many civilians are being killed. How dare you point that out? That's what happens every damn time. So I'm glad to see he's out. And how did I have this one twice? Well, just a reminder that Gabriel Shipton will be at the State of the Union address with Representative Thomas Massey. So that's great. I'm so glad. I am so glad that at least some politicians in this fucking country are understanding it. And good for him. Good for him. Okay, guys, I think we're almost out of here. But tomorrow night, you guys can join us for a Patreon stream. We're just going to be shooting the shit, talking about the State of the Union and what went down. So if you are a Patreon, you will get an email. Join us. Don't join us. Come in via camera. Don't come in via camera. It'll be that easy, guys. You can, we're just going to hang out. Just going to hang out. So there you are. Beauty and the Boomer, 7 p.m. tomorrow night. And watch for a link. I will send you a link. I still don't know how that works. I haven't had time to go in there and set it up, but I'm going to set it up today. So we'll get it all figured out. And you can join Oz and I for Beauty and the Boomer. Check out this card. This is Saturday night.
Have you seen the well-to-do up and down Park Avenue on that famous thoroughfare with their noses in the air, high hats and narrow collars, white spats and lots of dollars?
You guys can watch the whole card on Saturday. So there you are. You'll see the card when it goes up this week. No, don't start over. There we go. So that's going to be fun. We're going to do, I don't know. We're doing a Roaring 20s theme. So I'm going to dress up. I love dressing up in my Roaring 20s stuff. It'll be fun. Today is Wednesday, which means it's Happy Silly Wednesday. Make sure you get your Joey's coffee. You can reach out to Oz or I. We will get you in touch. And you guys know, this chat knows, because a lot of y'all have drank the Joey's coffee. You can attest it's that fucking good. It really is that good. Joey just knows what the hell she's doing when it comes to coffee. And oh my gosh, the hints and the undernotes in Joey's coffee, some of the best. Chocolatey, Putin stole my Ritz. Goddamn Putin. Was it your Ritz cracker? Yeah, I don't know for sure. Hey, Gregory. Good to see you. Gregory Walker's hanging out. And so is Voxovix. Good to see you. Hey, if you guys want to help me out, there is my Venmo at Trailer Park Pundit or Cash App, money sign, Cash App, Trailer Park Pundit. And there is my Buy Me a Coffee QR code that Oz made me. How cool is that? I love the little Trailer Park logo in the middle. Very cool. I'm trying to get those to where they're working, as smooth as I can for all of you guys, because y'all have different ways of wanting to donate, and I understand that. So whatever way is easiest for you, we appreciate you helping us keep the lights on in the trailer park. And there is my PayPal. Ooh, my PayPal. I like that reface. That's a great reface. And I think we got it all. I think we are done. I gotta go catch a bus and walk to the doctor's. Anyways, Gregory Walker, thanks so much for joining me. Denver Attaway's here. Miss Amber King, good to see you. Hey, Amber had a Brave New Future on Monday night. Go check it out. Shanda, Bill Gates is concerned about your memes. I know Bill Gates can suck it. He totally can. What do you mean? He's in India drinking chai. He ain't concerned about me. Oh, yeah, he is, because I'm not. Right, exactly. So Denver is hanging out over there. Who else is hanging out? Zox. I got Zox. Gregory. Got Gregory. Making sure I ain't missing anybody on the Rokfin. Rokfin, I heard you've been doing some bad things lately. You better stop that, Rokfin. Lynn, good to see you, Lynn. Make sure that you're still subbed on Rokfin. We're hearing rumors of people noticing that they're not subbed on Rokfin anymore, which makes me really freaking sad, because we've had no problems with Rokfin other than they just don't promote us or promote anybody for that matter. We have Chris Foster hanging out. What's up, Chris Foster? Is it actually daylight where you're at? He's kind of the night dweller when I see Aram. Aram's in the house. Good to see you, Aram. What's up? Everybody who's hanging out over in the Rokfin, Thank you so much for joining us. I don't know if the Rumble ever launched. I see people over there. They're talking. I'm assuming. Vahalex, love you too. Stay spicy, girl. Oh, I'm going to stay spicy. I promise you that. I'll be so spicy, I'll burn your butthole. There you go. And let's see. Kick. Who was on the Kick? Ah, we had Kick too. Thank you so much for joining us over there. And let's see who else. Okay, let's get to the YouTube. Popeye's hanging out on the YouTube. Jody's hanging out on the YouTube with Jilly. And Old Man Baker, Kill Your E. Greg Rose is here too. Salty being salty. Steve Guy, Mastermind. Good to see you guys. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Natalie, I hope you have a great day. I'm scrolling. Wesley's here. Good to see you, Wesley. And DC. I see DC everywhere. Oz the Boomer's in the house. What's up, Oz? I actually haven't talked to Oz. I've been so busy. I didn't get a chance to talk to Oz yesterday. That's crazy. Anyways, I think I shouted everybody out that stopped by. We had good numbers today. Thank you guys so freaking much for joining me, for hanging out, for letting me voice my opinion, give you guys my commentary and thoughts on everything that's going on in the world. This is a labor of love, and the more of you that support what I'm doing, the harder I hit it. So I'm just going to keep going. I don't know what else to do. I got a great closer for you guys. This is Voices Carry from the 80s. I told you I'd get out of the 70s theme. And I did. But, you know, I always loved this song because I grew up in a domestic violence, alcoholic home. And this song always meant so much to me when I was younger because I understood it. Even at a very young age in the 80s, I understood that I wasn't the only one who had parents that beat the fuck out of each other and screamed and fought constantly, right? But I was probably the only kid in my little sphere that grew up like that. But anyways, heading over to RBN. Okay, go see RBN. Tell them I said, hey, what's up, guys? No, I love me some RBN. Okay, guys, I am out of here. I will see you guys tomorrow night for the Patreons. And then Saturday night, Oz and I will be back for Beauty and the Boomer. Remember, you're always welcome in the trailer park. Why? Why do I have no audio? This was a YouTube clip. It's like, okay, we're going to try this again. I don't know why YouTube is muting everything that I play today. Remember the Barbara Lee? Okay, let's try again. Escape. Ugh. I will get it to work. You just got to give me a second. We'll get there. Come on. Okay, let's try again. Have a great day.
In the dark, I'd like to read his mind, but I'm frightened of the things I might find. Oh, there must be something he's thinking of to tear him away. When I tell him that I'm falling in love, why does he say, hush, hush, keep it down now, voices carry. Hush, hush, keep it down now, voices carry. 'cause I know of all the trouble I'll get. Oh, he tells me tears are something to hide and something to fear, yeah. So I try so hard to keep it inside so no one can hear me. Hush, hush, keep it down now, voices carry. Hush, hush, keep it down now, voices carry. Hush, hush, keep it down.